Now to a developing story tonight. They are often the first ones to greet you in downtown Cleveland apartments, office buildings, and theaters.
And now downtown security guards are calling for better pay and benefits. News 5's Catherine Ross explains why the group took to Playhouse Square today, demanding better working conditions.
I just have one question. Is Cleveland a union town? Yeah! Let's hear it. Is it a union town? Yeah! And
that's the message workers and organizers here in Playhouse Square are hoping to send Thursday. Many in the group work in the buildings behind them.
Workforce, and that they occupy that sweet spot between the civilian and full law enforcement.
Melvin Barnes Jr. has been a security guard at the ACOM building for close to 17 years.
It's unfortunate that my pay, and benefits haven't kept up with the time I put in, and especially with inflation.
Barnes says he struggled to save up enough money to finish school to become a music educator. And when he needed to travel for several funerals in recent years, there was no paid time off.
And I had to come out of pocket, and there was no bereavement leave, no kind of leave or nothing, and I had to borrow money.
Better pay and benefits are the main concern for downtown security workers. It's similar to what downtown janitorial workers like Leonard Thomas were asking for in 2019.
We were kindred. Our jobs are kindred because on the social strata of most buildings, we're the amoeba.
The Service Employees International Union now represents janitorial workers. They're working with security officers employed by Royce U.S. Protection Service, where the union says workers make on average $13 an hour.
They should be respected for the work that they do and not disrespected because of it.
News 5 reached out to Royce U.S. Protection Service about this story. President and CEO Joe Conley tells us he can't comment on efforts to unionize, but he says, quote, "We meet and exceed industry standards for pay and benefits. I'm very confident we exceed standards in how we treat our people. That's evident by the longevity of many of our security officers."
My response to that is talk to his workers. His workers are the ones that see the paycheck and experience what it's like to be an employee of his.
Now, the union says the next step is to sit down with the employer and leaders here in Playhouse Square to talk about pay and benefits for security workers. After that, they'd start discussing formally unionizing. In Cleveland, Catherine Ross, News 5.